So is that the challenge, like reinvention? Because your business is established for
100%.
quite a number of years, and it could be tempting to sort of stay in the past and rely on legacy. But actually, what you're doing, it feels to me, and what I'm hearing is there's a lot of innovation and reinvention and refreshment. How do you do that?
The way our family is one of the best dynamics you could have. We scrap regularly. But I tell you what, my dad was the visionary back in the day.
Yeah.
My stepmom gets shit done. There's no flies on her whatsoever.
So he's got the ideas, she implements the ideas, if she thinks they're good.
But my dad's 70 now, so he's sort of taken aback. See, he just loves the fine and country stuff. He values 4 days a week still.
Does
loves
he really?
It on the road,
I love that.
All the top end stuff. And that's what he wants to do. And he says to me, I don't know any of that shit. So
that's
all
yours.
of that side of things, me.
Yeah.
So now I'm
so it feels to me like that's like you're now taking it forward with your vision, your ideas.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it without my stepmom in the background dealing with it.
Yeah.
She's got an assistant called Emma who's outstanding at what she does as well, being trained. My stepmom's her mentor. It's about again, square pegs in square holes. You know, if you just left it to those guys, then things would be different. If you just left it to me, it'd be a shit show. You know, I need people to implement the stuff that needs doing.
When was Beercock's founded?
We started in early 90s, but my dad he sold that in the 80s to the Prudential and did quite well. And then before that, my dad bought it off my granddad. So it goes back even further. So it's Beercock's in itself was started in 1990, but we've merged, we've taken over quite a few estate agencies over that time as well.
Yeah.
But I think we're in a world of adaptation and agility.
Yeah.
And I think obviously self-employed, you can be more agile.
Well, and the reason I was asking that question was because for me, and this is why it's exciting, it's an exciting era of our industry coming up, I think, because those estate agents back in the 90s when Beercock's was established, they didn't have the estate agents didn't have the opportunities that they have now. We're not someone asked the question to me the other day about what's changed, like why is self-employment becoming, more of a buzzword? And I think the big one is the barrier to entry in terms of the financials now is so much lower than it was back in the 90s. I think estate agents back in the 90s, they were still extremely driven, extremely entrepreneurial, but they didn't have the ability to set
up. In the newspapers.
Yeah, like the financials around it. And,
Office
even just there's been other things, post-COVID, there's, our world is changing with AI and all the tools that are out there. There's loads kind of change within our landscape. But the biggest thing is, I think, the self-employed and the US style of models that have come over to the UK now that have kind of started all of this sort of 5-6 years ago have kind of really established the low barrier to financially being able to kind of enter into this space. You don't need to be paying high franchise fees. You do not need to be having a high street office. I don't know what you think about that, Steve.
Go on.
But you don't need all of that in order to be actually running your own estate agency business now. And I think that's the really exciting trend that we're now on.